So if you got big goals, if you got big things you want to do, you got to have a team, right? The bigger the goal, the bigger the team needs to be. And when it gets out there and it gets dark, embrace the suck. All right, so we're out here at Bachman Lake, Dallas Marathon. Got a couple of my team guys rolling in here. Andrew Arista, Scott Lingard here.
Hello.
First time marathoners getting ready to dominate the day. What do you guys got to say to the camera? Scotty, what's going on here? What's going through your head, the first time marathoner?
50 years old, never done this, but will push myself like crazy physically, so here we go.
That's it. Andrew, first time marathoner. I love that you guys are decked out in all black, by the way.
Absolutely.
What do you got here? What's going through your mind, Andrew? First time marathoner.
He's 50 years old, I'm 25 years young, but I'm ready to get out here, get this thing done. I know it's gonna suck, but we gotta embrace it.
Yes.
Let's fucking dominate, let's do it.
Embrace the suck is
Hell
a key,
yeah, come on,
key term here when you're talking about doing marathons. In any type of endurance race or any type of endurance craft like these guys, masters of the sales game, is embrace the suck. There's gonna be a lot of suck out there today. And to help deal with the suck, my question for you guys here, Scott, Andrew, is you're out there, it's gonna get dark, there's gonna come times where you wanna quit, it happens all the time, doesn't matter how good a shape you're in. When you wanna quit, what are you gonna go to keep you in the fight?
My why is just, you just gotta keep fighting. There's no doubt about it, like he said, you know, it's gonna suck, it's gonna be difficult. I actually wrote down a couple of my favorite Bible verses on my shoes right here.
What do you got on there? What do you got on there?
A couple of my favorite Bible verses. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? And then Mark, anything is possible for he who believes. Joshua 1:9, I have given you strength, I have given you courage, do not be afraid.
It's funny, Mark 9:2-3. Mark 9:2-3.
My favorite things to do, so whenever it gets down to it, whenever it gets down to it, that's just what I'm gonna think about. Yeah, just not quit, no quit.
All things are possible to he who believes. I actually had Mark 9:2-3 written underneath my hat as a high school baseball player. How about that? A couple key things, embrace the suck. And I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for these fine gentlemen right here, I wouldn't be here, that's for damn sure. Right? So if you got big goals, if you got big things you want to do, you got to have a team. Right? The bigger the goal, the bigger the team needs to be. And when it gets out there and it gets dark, embrace the suck. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Don't think about the finish line. Think about getting to that next light pole. Think about getting to that next garbage can. Think about getting to that next tree. And that's not just something you do in a race. That's an analogy for life. You got a big goal, you want to graduate from college, you want to make $1 million in a year, whatever your goal is, just push the rock the next 200 feet and dominate your day. Because great days lead to great weeks, lead to great months, lead to a great year, or look back, you had a great career. But what even leads to a great day is a great moment. So make this moment great. Happy Memorial Day. Let's go out there and embrace the suck.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a difference between adversity and inconvenience. And today there's no adversity. Today it's just inconvenience. Adversity is what the people went through. So we have Memorial Day. This is just an inconvenience, but we love that because it reminds us that we're alive. It reminds us that we get to go do these things on a daily basis. So embrace the suck, get out of your comfort zone, and go do something to challenge yourself. 9 seconds to the start. 5 seconds to the start. Here we go. We're in last. Probably where we're going to be when we finish, too.
Let's go.
No doubt. All it is one lap, 8 times, no big deal.
Only 26 miles solid to go.
That's it.
Don't worry, I'm finishing whether I crawl.
Tim, introducing Matthew Regner, high school student athlete from Bishop Lynch High School here in Dallas. He saw the Snapchat I put out about anybody in the area come out and get a couple miles and get out here dominating some laps. So you may want to pick his brain a little bit on the mental game. I'm going to dominate this refueling table. My body's starting to get crushed, which is good. Regner, Tim Escondari, give him a little juice.
Nice to meet you. You know, I was at the gym this morning, studying late last night. I look up, it's 4 a.m. and I'm gonna go to the weight room this morning. And then I look up, I see Brian Cain, by the lake, and I see 7 minutes. Came down here, figured I'd get a good sweating, and guys have been looking up to for a while, and just kind of really interesting experience. How many more?
1, 6 times. How are you doing, man?
Wise.
Good to see you, brother. What's going on?
I'm great, but
I'll cheer you guys on.
Hello, how are you? I'm Brian Cain.
knees.
Okay. Go see Arista.
Yeah, I just cheered him on.
This is my buddy Tim. Tim's doing a documentary on this whole thing.
Sweet, cool. Nice to meet you, man.
So Tim worked with SMU football, and he got him doing a little on-assignment stuff, you know, so we're doing a little daily video. So
Okay.
you may, if you're cool with it, you could probably interview you about some of the stuff that you do in the mental game or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
So my name is Aaron Goodman. Today I'm here out at Bachman Lake in Dallas, Texas, and came out here. I've got two guys I work with over at DW Energy Group, which is a private oil and gas company that we work for. Two of those guys were going to run their first marathon this year, and actually this morning. So I just want to be out here to cheer them on. One of the reasons I'm here is actually Brian Cain. He's actually been hired to come on to be a motivational coach for us and to help us with really identifying ways that we can increase our sales and just be more motivated to attack our day and really, like his saying, dominate the day. To run a marathon is really a big deal, and I know that for sure Andrew Reese, one of my buddies that's here, you know, his past and just wanting to be more healthy and athletic, and this is something that is really important and a big deal to him. And I truly believe without Brian Cain's encouragement and motivation, kind of how-to steps as far as just identifying how you can get to where you want to be, that he may have not done it. So that's where I am today. Brian Cain's been a huge motivation to me. My company, fortunately, had actually gone out and hired him for our whole team. And so basically once a month he's come over to our office and just kind of broke down what he delivers to other professionals and athletes, how they can attack their day and dominate their day in different ways. Biggest thing I think for me is, I guess it's called the TILE, which is the total immersion learning experience, because I've kind of gone through some of this stuff with graduate school before, but if you don't grab it by the horns and really take it and make it your own, you're not going to get out of it what somebody else tells you it can do. You have to do it for yourself. And Brian Cain's been a great example of that for me.
Okay. Last lap here. We are 23 and a half miles in, actually 1 mile, 23 and a half times. Throwing on the flag. It's the reason why we're out here, man. We're out here to honor those people that have servicemen and women that have given their life, so we can have the privilege of pushing the rock today, 26.2 miles. You know, it's a personal rule that I have, that if I see a police officer, a fireman, an EMT, military serviceman or woman, I always say thank you for your service. Super simple. I think it's just a way to say thank you, to express gratitude and humility for what they do, so we get to do what we do. See it to finish. Yep. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you guys putting this on, man.
Yeah. What do you feel like? Feel like anything?
Ah.
Got salty stuff?
Yeah, I'll get some. That was, of all the marathons I've done, that was hands down the hardest. Oh my God. It's pretty cool though. Andrew doing his first one. Scott Lingard doing his first one. Thank you. Aaron Goodman with his kids coming out to sport. Go get it, Drew. Hey, Drew, let me give you those.
We'll be here for you when you get back.
Where you going now?
It's pretty cool to have those guys do their first, you know. It's I'll tell you, it's hard when you're doing marathon, you know, and it's probably my mistake for getting those guys to sign up for this one for their first one. This is like a small marathon, you know, there's nobody you're running through except for at the finish, and there's only like 5 people. When you do a bigger marathon like a Cowtown or Fort Worth, Vegas marathon, you know, there's a ton of people. I mean, you're running in and out of downtowns, people are drinking beers, people are dancing. I mean, it's a lot of juice. This one, man, you had to create your own juice, and that ain't easy to do, especially in your first marathon. Like your first marathon, especially these guys with a little bit of training that they had, they kind of signed up to do it. More of a mental challenge than physical, and it sucks, man. You're grinding it. So after every race, you know, I always like to do a start, stop, continue, like with the athletes I work with. I'll have them do a start, stop, continue after every start in Major League Baseball, every football game, you know, as a quarterback, whatever. And I would say my start here is going to be start sticking with my guys in the course. You know, I just kind of ran back in with Scott that last lap and ran in with Andrew on this lap and got some sweat in my eye. Good. I got to stop putting races back to back like that, like I did a half Ironman 7 days ago. I got a half Ironman again in 6 days, and I'm a little drained, which is good. You know, it's a good challenge, but I can't afford to get hurt. So continue showing up, continue scheduling them, continue doing it. It's a good lifestyle. It's fun to get out in the morning and do it. I mean, I just did a marathon before 11 a.m. on Memorial Day. You know, what would I have been doing if I was home? Probably already been drinking beers, having burgers, watching sports on TV. Again, if you got a big goal, you need a big team. Embrace the suck. I mean, that wasn't a lot of fun, but it's fun having done it. You know, I don't necessarily like running, but I love having ran. I don't necessarily like writing, but I love having written, you know, close to 40 books later. So if you can take anything out of today, it's probably act different than how you feel and just get started, man. It's the start that stops most people. The first step, sign up for something to go do, some sort of fitness challenge. The second step, show up. The third step, finish. Sign up, get it going, and then show up. And if you feel like it that day or you want to grind through it, finish. Thanks for checking out this Daily Cain. Dominate your Memorial Day.